Hi, welcome to this week's 10-minute book review. I'm 10.
I'm on the phone.
2's on the phone. She's calling it in. So, yes. Okay. So for this week's book review, we're going to be doing, do you want to say it?
No, you can.
Okay, Splintered Silence by Susan Furlong. This Anyway, so this is a book that we got in one of our subscription boxes for December. And we were going to have it as a 10-minute check-in, but we're going to do a review on it. Yay! So, what we normally do is we start off with a star point and a rating. So, star point is like how many stars out of 10 would we give it, and then rating, if this was a movie, what would it be rated?
Whoa.
Stop acting brand new. Anyway, yes, so that's how we do it. So for a star point, I give it a 10 out of 10. 2, what do you give it?
The same.
Okay, cool. So 2 says 10. 2 says 10. And yay! And for a rating, I found a rating to be kind of hard because if it was on television,
I would watch it.
Me too. Me too. I think it would be like a PG on television just for suspense purposes. Maybe younger viewers would be caught up with the suspense of it. But if it was in the movies, I'd probably go maybe for a PG-13 because it might show with the bodies, I think.
Yeah, they would have to. You know, to give more to the excitement of the story.
Yeah. There was some language, but not a lot. Like, there wasn't a lot of cursing in it. It was very selective. So it was, I think that the points that they put the cursing in, there's never really a good time to curse, but it was more so appropriate for how the person was feeling.
You can always feel how you do without cursing.
Yeah, but you know, like in some books, like, I'm having a flip-dipping wonderful day, and they don't use flip-dipping, and they have no reason to say it. They just felt like saying it. That's the kind of stuff that irritates me. But this is like, you know, I'm being shot at and I don't flipping like it. You know, that makes sense. You know, yes, I wouldn't like that either. But yes, 10 out of 10 and PG for television, PG-13 for movie. So
they probably would put it for PG-13 for TV too, though.
Really?
Yeah.
But they couldn't show the bodies.
In some cases they do.
Yeah.
So they're going to stay true to it. They're going to still show, you know, they'll show like maybe 1 or 2, or even some cases even a little bit more, just so that way that the visual part.
I see it as more like a Lifetime movie. They show bodies on Lifetime?
Yeah.
Oh. So maybe, yeah, okay, never mind. We'll just lean on the PG-13 then, yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's what kind of makes it a little funny, because the terrible action, but it's not terrible action.
Oh no, Jimmy, she's dead. She's dead, Jimmy. Yeah.
Sometimes the action is pretty good too, and it just brings you in. It depends on the person.
Oh my god, we're getting off topic though. We're getting like so far off topic, and I'm going with you.
Basically, even if it was on television, it would be PG-13. I would see it as that regardless.
Okay, so we're gonna give this PG-13. So to give you a breakdown of what the book is about, the main players would be Bryn Callahan, who is an ex-Marine, Kevin Dugan, who is her grandmother's neighbor, Dublin Costello, who was her fiance when she was like, you know, was Bryn's fiance back when she was like 18. And Chief Pusser. I hate his name. Chief Pusser.
I thought it was Nancy too.
Yeah, I hate his name. But he is the chief of police in the area. And then finally, Meg, who is Bryn's cousin. So I'm just going to go through a really quick breakdown of what happened. Bryn is a part of a group called the Irish Travelers.
Yay.
Yay! say they're like, I mean, they don't like to be called this, but the easiest way I can break it down would be to say American white gypsies. Like, they were Irish people who came to America, decided we ain't settling for nothing and we ain't settling down nowhere. So they moved all around, like, you know, places.
Which is very real. That's out here today, too, though.
Yeah.
That's real. That's not believe.
Not near us, though. You know, but
yeah. Not close to where we are, but yeah, that's here.
Apparently they're like in North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia, Virginia.
A little bit more closer to home than that.
I don't know any out here. This is Jersey.
No, not in New Jersey.
Oh.
But a little bit more closer to home.
What, Pennsylvania? You think there's some out in Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania got pigeons. I don't think they'd be anywhere where there'd be pigeons.
See, they even had a show about them.
The Irish settlers? Travelers?
Yeah.
According to the preface in the book, the author met some Irish travelers, and she was so moved by them that she decided to write a book about them. But okay, so Bryn was an Irish, she grew up as an Irish traveler. She wanted to move away, but she didn't have any money, so she joined the Marines when she was 18. She was a part of a department that searched for cadavers. She helped to train her dog named Wilco, so together they were a cadaver searching team until they came across an IED, which injured the both of them, caused her to have severe burns across the side of her body, and caused Wilco to lose a leg. So, yeah, right? And I like Wilco. So her face is fine. There's nothing wrong with her face, but she has scarring from her neck all the way down to the side of her chest, all the way down. And so she has skin grafts all over. So she wears like a scarf, so you can't see her neck.
I'm gonna call it a brace, but
no, she's like, you know, she wants to hide her neck so people can't see the scar because she's self-conscious. So
okay.
She moves back in with her grandma. Now her grandparents raised her, so it's not like she's just like coming to visit. Like, her grandparents actually raised her. So she moves back home with them after her and Wilco get injured, and Wilco ends up sniffing out a body. Now her grandmother's neighbor, who's named Kevin Dugan, he thinks that the body that was found was his sister. His sister was married to Dublin Costello. Dublin Costello is substantially older than his sister, because Dublin is around the same age as Bryn, and Bryn is like 28, and Kevin's sister was like 19. It turns out, though, dun dun dun, the body that Wilco these are the stories, but yes. It turns out that the body that was found wasn't his sister's, but it ends up being Bryn's mother. Bryn feels absolutely nothing about this because she was told by her grandparents that her mother died. So when Bryn was like 15, she's like, okay, where's my mom? I want to find my mom. What happened to her? Her grandmother told her that your mom committed suicide, and because she committed suicide, there was no funeral, because we are good Catholics, and good Catholics don't have funerals for people who commit suicide, because I think they either go to limbo or hell or someplace other than heaven in the Catholic religion.
Purgatory.
Yeah, purgatory, that's what it was. They go to purgatory. They don't quite make it to hell, but they make it to purgatory, which is that limbo in between. Yeah, not so bad, not so good.
About until it's decided upon and where you're going.
Yeah. So when she finds her mother's body, it's like she's shocked, but she's also like, I can't mourn this person. I mourned her already. So she wants more answers from her grandparents. Her grandparents like, nah, bruh. We not giving you no answers. The answer is we raised you. That's the answer. You gonna stick with that answer. So she gets hyper pissed. Yeah.
Is it something that the parents are hiding in a secret?
The grandparents are hiding a secret.
Yeah.
It turns out
they're trying to protect her.
They were.
What's the one that's happening here in the story?
Should we tell what it was, or don't?
You already did.
But should we tell them what the grandparents are hiding, or no?
No.
Okay, so you have to read the book to find out what the grandparents are hiding, but it was kind of a doozy. It was like, whoa. Okay. But Bryn's like an alcoholic, because like all the stuff she saw when she was over in Iraq, she can't really deal with it, so she's like a hyper alcoholic.
Like, you know, that's typical.
Yeah, and she's on the pills that they gave her, the pain pills, so she drinks and takes her pain pills together. And so she's like hyper pissed that her grandparents aren't telling her anything, and so she wants to basically calm herself. So she used to be in love with a guy named Colm. Oh, big part. Okay, Irish travelers call people in the towns settlers. Like, not, you know, they settled where they are. So you're not supposed to fall in love with, like, if you're a traveler, you're not supposed to fall in love with a settler. Like, that's not supposed to happen. But Bryn, back when she was in high school, fell in love with Colm. Now, Colm was, when he went off to college, he was supposed to come back for her, but he felt the calling to be a priest. He didn't feel no calling to be a priest when he was with her, though. But anyway, so he felt the calling. Yeah, that calling didn't call him until after he was far away from her. Well, yeah. Anyway. Anyway. So, yeah, he felt the calling to be a priest. And so, because he felt that calling, he never called her back. Never wrote her.
He had no plans to.
No plans to, nope. So, when she goes to see him about her mother's funeral arrangements, they get to talking, reminiscing and stuff. He kisses her. You know, she kisses him back. And he's like, oh, snap. You know what? I can't do this. I have morals. I have them. They're here somewhere. And I found them after I kissed you. Bye. Yeah, so that's how he did her. So she was like, okay, screw you, Colm. Somebody gonna want this. So when she goes back home, she remembers Kevin Dugan. When he saw her, he was eyeing her up and down. And so she goes to knock on his door, and she doesn't really say it like this, but she's basically like, hey, you can get it if you want it. And he's like, yeah. So he's like, I'm not turning down a steak. I'm over here having hamburger helper. I'll take a steak.
Yeah.
So, because Kevin was all by himself.
Wow.
Yeah. So they go to, like, they don't actually sleep together. They go to, like, make out to sleep together. And she starts, like, shivering, like, uncontrollably. And so he stops, because he's a good guy. And he's like, hey, are you afraid of me? We can take this slow. We can stop. And so she just breaks down and tells him everything. So the reason why she stopped, the reason why she wanted to move away from where she was, the guy, Dublin Costello, he was her fiance originally, but she didn't want to marry him. She was in love with Colm, so she went to him to ask him, can you release me from marrying you? This dude beats her down and then rapes her.
Poor girl.
And when she goes home to her grandfather, say, Grandpa, he did ABC to me, instead of being like, oh, you poor girl, let's go handle this, her grandfather like, oh, well, what did you do to cause it? Was it them jeans? Was it that mouth? What did you do to make him beat you?
Funny how it's always the female, right? It's funny how it's always the female. They always had to do something.
Exactly. Like, what did this 18-year-old do? You know, yeah, he was just a jerk. And she didn't get a chance to tell her grandma because her grandfather, like, she's not going to hear from you. You're nothing but a whore like your mother. And so that's why she ran away to be in the Marines, because she needed to get away. And so the last time, the only person she's ever had willful sex with was Colm when she was in high school. Colm, when she was in high school. So the last sexual experience that she had before trying to get with Kevin was being raped by Dublin. And so when she and Kevin start to try to get intimate, those memories start to surface in her head and she can't go forward with it. So, and this is something I love about Kevin. I loved this about this man. Instead of saying to her, okay, well, you know, that sucks. You should really go home now. Maybe your family can help you. Or, okay, well, maybe if you close your eyes and I just move a little bit, it might work. No. He picks her up and carries her to his bed, puts her under the covers, and lays down with her and holds her until she falls asleep. Wasn't that sweet? That was so beautiful. I wish there was more Kevin in the book. I understand it's probably a romance of convenience, but still. That was so sweet. And when her grandmother found out she was raped, her grandmother didn't know any of this happened. But when she finds out that her baby was raped, I'm not gonna say what should I say what happened or don't say what happened?
Baby, well, okay.
Say what grandma?
Yeah, little baby because it doesn't fall entirely in line with the secret, so that helps.
Okay, so Grandma goes ham. Grandma's not to be played with. Grandma knows how to use a gun. Grandma knows how to fight. Grandma knows how to build stuff. Grandma 80 and she's still kicking. So when Grandma found out that man did something to her baby, Grandma was not playing. Grandma was like, okay, let me go find him myself. She wasn't waiting for nobody.
My grandfather didn't do anything.
Because she's like, that's my baby. Because she raised Bryn. So she's like, that's my baby. That's my child. You hurt my baby. Now I'm coming for you. So I like Grandma. Grandma's good. And because Bryn is trained to find bodies, and because her dog is trained to find bodies, the chief of police, Chief Pusser, hate his name, wants to team up with her to find the killer. And I can honestly say the killer is not someone that you would expect. It's not someone you hear a lot about.
Right.
In the book.
Right.
So yeah, I don't want to say it came out of left field because it didn't really come out of left field. It was kind of like with an Angela Christie book, how you have to pay close attention. Yeah, you have to pay close attention to every detail and you'll get it.
Yeah, because it's right under your nose, right in your face. And you get right by it easy.
So it was a really good book. I don't know if you can really hear her. But, so yeah, it was a really good book. To say something?
Say something.
Oh, okay, there we go. I think I can hear you okay. But yes, so it was a really good book. I really recommend it. Her second book just came out in December. So we're going to be reading that book for review as well because we just loved this one so much. Yeah. It was. It was. I hope that we get to see more Kevin in the next one. If we don't, I'll completely understand because I know it was a romance of convenience, but I hope that we do.
But Kevin more.
Yes, yes. I hope. I love Kevin, but
he's like the man that you want in your life.
Exactly. Combs a punk. He a all day punk. I'm sorry. Like that dude is just like. He working my nerves. He make me want to call him names I don't call people. But you don't kiss the girl and be like, you know what? I have sinned. Like, yeah, you sinned. And I was expecting you to finish the sin. But,
oh my God.
Yeah. So he got her all riled up and then it's like, you know what? This ain't for me. You cute though. I like you. But it's not for me. Like, Colin, don't touch nobody. Leave everybody alone. Don't touch nobody. But yes, so this has been our 10-minute book review. We hope to see you again for our 10-minute check-ins throughout the week. And for our next book that we'll be reviewing, I forget if that's Unraveling Ties or Frost's Blood. Do you know which one we're supposed to be? Is it Unraveling Ties?
I don't know. There's a few and you have a few and I have at least one or two.
Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out what's coming up next, but something is coming up next. So stay tuned for 10-minute check-ins throughout the week and 10-minute book reviews every Monday. And if you like what you've seen and heard, choose on the phone. So if you like what you've seen and heard, please like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye better too.
Bye.
Bye.